Great new day to all my self-care family and friends. Welcome to the Self-Care Club's Room to Breathe. For those of you who are new here, my name is Shantae, but I'm better known as Life Coach 614, and I am a Master Certified Self-Care and Boundaries Life Coach. Our mission at the Self-Care Club is to provide a safe space for individuals to embrace their healing journeys. We aim to empower our members to turn their struggles into strength through motivational content and community support, as well as personalized coaching. Our goal is to inspire a culture of self-care and well-being, guiding our community towards a healthier and more balanced life. So, whether you're tuning in on the radio or you're joining us via the live stream, I am delighted to have you here with us. And if you happen to catch this on the replay, be sure to drop a comment letting us know where you're from. Now, before we dive in, let's go over some basics and set our boundaries. With support from our admins and moderators in the chat, we are maintaining a peaceful and safe space for sharing, caring, and embracing our individual paths to self-care. Your engagement in the conversation, tapping the screen, and sharing the live stream helps us immensely. And remember that every gift and membership contribution during the live stream directly supports the Self-Care Club LLC, creating a wave of positive change. Your generosity truly drives our mission forward. For anyone who is seeking any additional information about the Self-Care Club, I encourage you to visit selfcareclub.org for more details. Now, let's commit to making this community a beacon of positivity and support for everyone. If you are ready to embark on a new self-care adventure with me today, flood the chat with some green hearts for me. Thank you guys. Thank you, Oak. Welcome in. Still that Texas boy. Thank you. Shan, thank you. I see you. Lady Blue, come on now. I see y'all in the house. True Truth, I see you. Thank you guys so much. Whitney, thank you. A great new day to all. Thank you so much, you guys. So we are still in our Revive and 45-day challenge. And this challenge is a transformation over 45 weekdays spanning through July and August. And it is about turning our struggles into strength and empowering our healing journeys. Each day we have packed in activities and practices to help boost our self-awareness and tools to arm us to better handle or better tackle life's obstacles head on. The goal is to nurture a mindset that is not just resilient but unstoppable. By the end of this challenge, the goal is for us to emerge stronger and more capable, ready to take on whatever life throws our way. So, let's dive in. All right, so our quote for today, you guys, and I want you guys to put this in the chat. Welcome in, Ruffman, I see you. Our quote for today is, some people disturb your peace because they secretly want to be a part of it. Some people disturb your peace because they simply want to be a part of it. Listen, they just want to be down, y'all. Like Brandy, they want to be down. Y'all know I call them disruptors of peace. Y'all know them DOPs. We're gonna talk about them today. And I don't feel like I'm gonna step on any of the members' toes, but I think y'all gonna recognize some other toes that we gonna step on. We're gonna dance right on over them, okay, y'all? So I'm just saying, these disruptors of peace, we gotta talk about them. So, have you guys ever felt like you were constantly under attack? Like, no matter how much peace you tried to cultivate, there was always someone or something ready to disrupt it. Right? It's as if peace is a rare gem. And once you find it, all of a sudden everybody wants a piece of it, right? You find you a little piece of peace, and everybody got their hand out wanting some of it. And so we know that it's true that some people simply disturb your peace because they want to be a part of it, right? And as I stated, I call those disruptors of peace, the DOPs. These individuals often unknowingly are drawn to your calm and stability, right? This peace and positive nature that you have just draws them in. You attract them. And a lot of times they don't know how to handle it. They don't necessarily know what it looks like. So they come in with toxic energy. They come in too hot, right? Because they're interested in what you offer. They like what they see, but they don't know what to do. So they come in being disruptive. What up, Mel? Welcome in, love. So they just come in being disruptive, right? And so they don't the only thing they know how to do is to disrupt, right? Because people who have grown up in toxic environments and people who are used to the mess and the drama, all they know is toxic mess, drama, right? So they come into your space, they come into your life, and they disrupt things. They unsettle things. They create chaos. And, oftentimes it's not personal, even though it does feel like a direct attack or a direct assault on you because they're disrupting your tranquility, right? It's just their way of saying, I need help. I need peace. Teach me how to swim, right? So these people, they come in and they disrupt our lives because they are seeking attention. And that's in our friendships, that's in these relationships, that's the co-workers. Some of us have bosses that are DOPs, right? All of us got some family members that are DOPs, that they just secretly want to be down with what you got going on, right? But most of the time, what these people are actually saying is that I need help being more like you. I need help achieving that Zen, peaceful mentality like you. I need a little peace and positivity in my life. And I don't know how to ask you for that. So I'm going to just come in and disrupt everything you got going on. I'm going to come in screaming, pick me, because I want some attention. Just hoping that you're going to teach me how to swim through the rough waters of life. And maybe I'm going to just learn by the example. I don't know, right? But I'm just going to go ahead and disrupt every single thing you got going on. Ruffman says, a lot of my family is like that, but it drains me a lot of the time. Oh, absolutely. That's what we finna talk about, right? Because we know that the DOPs are present. They are present and accountable. Or not accountable, honey, accounted for, right? They show up every day, on time, right on time to disrupt your life. What up, Tim? And so when we ask ourselves, how do we deal with these disruptors of peace without losing our mind, right? How do we deal with the DOPs without losing our balance? We want to make sure that our feet stay planted to the ground as we deal with the DOPs in life. And so, how do we protect our sacred space while offering compassion to those who seek, our attention, right? How do we protect our peace? How do we continue to mind our mental while still displaying empathy to others? So here's a few thoughts on that. First and foremost, we set boundaries. Understand that your peace is precious. And so it's important for us to establish clear boundaries and don't be afraid to enforce them. It is okay to say no, because we know that no is a complete sentence. It is okay to walk away from situations and people who are disturbing your energy, right? Ruffman, these people who drain your energy, it is okay to walk away. It is okay to tell them no. It is okay to close the door. It is okay to get off the phone. It is okay to leave the room, right? It is okay for you to walk away from situations and people who drain your energy. Welcome in, Mr. 721. Understand that boundaries are not walls, but respectful lines that we draw to protect our well-being. And I'm going to say that again. Boundaries are not walls that we build to keep people out. Boundaries are respectful lines that we draw to protect our well-being. Not their well-being, our well-being, right? And so think of boundaries as your personal space that needs to be safeguarded for your mental and your emotional health. By setting and maintaining these boundaries, you are able to create a safe haven where you can thrive, right? Where you can keep your cup full, where you can continue to prosper and grow. So again, it's not a wall. We're not trying to keep people out, right? We're just trying to have the ability to keep showing up for these people, with these people, right? I can help you fill your cup, but I cannot have you completely draining mine. All right, so number 2, practice empathy. Amen. Put the mask on yourself first, Blue. That's right. Number 2 is practice empathy. We have to understand that these disruptors are often struggling internally. So these people who keep showing up in your life, they've got some issues on the inside that they have to deal with, right? They've got some things going on within. And so their actions, even though their actions are disruptive, right? Their actions are simply a cry for help. So it is important that we approach them with empathy, but not at the expense of our own well-being. So we can empathize with them, but we will not enable them. So I'm not going to enable your bad behavior, right? I'm not going to enable you to keep showing up and disrupting things and turning my life upside down and then going on about your day. Empathy doesn't mean sacrificing your own peace for somebody else's turmoil. It simply means acknowledging their struggle and offering a sense of understanding while still maintaining your own serenity. Welcome in, Brooks. I see you. Hey, Mars. Empathy is something that can transform hostility into understanding. But it is crucial to balance it with self-care. So again, just remember that you want to approach these situations with empathy. However, you do not want to encourage or enable their bad behavior. So when you're empathizing, in order to maintain that balance, we have to go back to step 1, which was set the boundaries. You got to have a hard line. You got to have a hard, this is as much as I'm going to take, right? And dealing with people, especially DOPs, we have to be able to identify our capacity for their mess, right? I got to know how much I'm willing to take, how much I'm willing to put up with. So that way I can clearly say, hey, not too much. You getting a little close, you touching a nerve. So that way I can make sure that I stay protected. Because if I completely allow, a DOP to drain my energy, how am I ever going to get up and leave the space? If I allow them to completely just drain all the energy out of me, how will I successfully get up and remove myself? I won't, right? I'm going to stay there and I'm going to be stuck and I'm going to tolerate things. And that's the problem with most of us now when it comes to these DOPs. We've been sitting here being disrupted by these people for so long that we can't even get up. We don't even have the strength to get up and leave. We just keep allowing them to go in and out the room, disrupting every single thing that we do, right? So we have to, again, first and foremost, as always, set the boundary, draw the line, determine the capacity that you have to handle it. And then we're going to approach the situation with empathy, not to enable, not to encourage, but just to empathize and understand, hey, there's some other things that are happening in their lives that is causing them to be like this. Now, I'm not going to continuously tolerate this. Thank you, Blue. I'm not going to continuously tolerate this, so I'm going to let it be known, hey, I see you, I recognize this, I offer you this, but this is all I can offer you. Don't take no more, right? Don't just keep taking what everybody gives you. Number 3 is to stay grounded. In moments of disruption, ground yourself in your own practices. So when you know that a DOP is present, or you know you're going to go into a situation where a DOP is present, you want to make sure that you are filling your cup up and you are protecting and arming yourself. Whether that's meditation, journaling, taking a walk in nature, right? You need to find what centers you and hold on to it, right? Because these types of grounding practices act as like your anchor when you hit these stormy seas, when you hit these rough patches with these DOPs, right? So when you feel that your peace is being threatened, you need to take a moment to reconnect with you. You need to check in on you. When the DOP pull up, you need to be like, all right, hold on, what I need to do? What I need to do to deal with this, right? The biggest thing that I always think of when I think of the DOPs is family gatherings. During family gatherings, we all know we getting ready. We happy to go hang out with our cousins, and you know we want to go kick it with our family. But we always know we got this auntie, right? We got this cousin. We got these mamas and daddies and grandmas, whatever. We got somebody who be like, you be like, is so and so gonna be there? And they be like, yeah, you know, auntie so and so gonna be there. And you like, oh God, I don't even know if I want to go now. You done been so excited. You got your contribution for the potluck. But because, you know, Aunt Karen gonna be there, you like, shit, I don't even know if I want to go now. Right? That drunk uncle who get on your nerves. Cousin Pee-wee who just want to fight everybody. Right? And so we then have to take the time to say, okay, what I'm going to do? Yeah, that wild child gonna be running through there. You know what I'm saying? Because your cousin got 11 kids and they all bad. Now you got to go deal with them. Right? So you got to tap in mentally to say, okay, cool, what I'm going to do? I'm going to go early because I know they're going to be late. Right? Because that's what they do. So I'm going to go early and I'm going to show my face and, you know what I'm saying? And I'm going to see everybody and then I'm going to have a safe word. Right? Kale, we're going to have a safe word. So then that way when, you know, uncle start talking his smack or auntie start talking her smack and the DOPs pull up, we're going to have us a little safe word to be like, hey, I need to get up out of here. I need to go on and get up out of here. Right? I'm going to tell Blue, sis, I got to pull up at this little family function real quick. Yeah, pineapples. I'm going to tell Blue I got to pull up at this little family function real quick and I don't even really want to go. I'm trying to figure out how it's going to go because, you know, me and auntie got into it last time because she was too busy minding my mental. You know what I'm saying? So, Blue, if I text you and I say pineapples, right? I'm going to need you to call me with an urgent issue. Now, be on it, Blue, because I'm going to answer the phone on speaker because I need somebody else to see it. Right? So then that way, when auntie starts running her mouth and I feel like I'm finna go up beside her head and people be like, don't be like that. This is family. And I'm like, I don't care. Family don't have the right to overstep my boundaries and auntie's still in my business. I done text Blue pineapples. So now Blue called me because she like action. She right on time. Action. So I answered the phone on speaker and I'm like, hello? And she's like, girl, oh my God, I really need you to come here and get this. Da, 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 da. Blue over here yelling in the background, creating some whole situation. And then I can just look at everybody and be like, oh my God, I gotta go. My friend's penguin is walking the dog again and it's getting out of hand. I gotta go. Right? I just need to leave. I gotta get out of here. So that's my cue. And everybody's like, your friend has a penguin that walks the dog. Yeah, I gotta go. Doesn't matter. Right? So I just gotta tell them because it's time for me to get up out of here. Yeah, listen. That's my go-to. Tell them something crazy. Ain't nobody listening anyway. Because if they was listening to me, they wouldn't be overstepping my boundaries. Hence, they wouldn't be a DOP. So DOPs get whatever I give them because they out here giving me whatever they want to give me, right? So you got to do something. You have to have something to arm yourself with, because it's not fair that we don't get to show up to these occasions, right? It's not fair that we allow the DOPs to limit what we do and where we go. Yeah, the dog was walking the fish, Brooks. And so it's not fair that we allow the DOPs to stop us from networking and entertaining and loving on our other family. Thank you guys for the follow. So we have to do things to keep these DOPs at bay. And then when we really feel like our peace is being threatened, when we really fitting to show them the old healed versions of us, then we can say, you know what, I got to get up out of here. Thank you. I got to get up out of here. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't even be in here. I don't even want to be around here in this space, right? I got to go. So and you know, if it's something where it's ongoing and we're trying to stick around, yeah, we work on our grounding exercises. We meditate. Most of us got these Bluetooth headphones. Honey, throw on your binaural beats or play your music as you just sitting there networking with people. You got auntie over here in your ear. Give her the ear where the Bluetooth is. I ain't listening to nothing she's saying. I ain't heard nothing she said other than good day. Everything else, she just over there and it's like, wah, wah, wah. Yeah, I don't really care. But if it gets to the point where it is truly disrupting my peace, right? If it gets to the point where I don't feel, or I no longer feel that my presence is a gift to the people in the space around me, I'm out. Right? Because I know my worth. And I know that my time is valuable. And so the moment I feel like my presence is no longer a gift, I'm not present. I'm gone. I've checked out. And there's no sense in me physically being here if I've already checked out mentally. Yeah, so it's like, if I'm already checked out mentally, then why can't I just check out physically? Let me just be gone. Let me be out of here. I'm not a seat filler. I don't identify as a seat filler. Like, I just simply don't. So I'm going to do things to stay grounded. I'm going to do things and have, you know, resources at play to help me. You know, so if I don't have someone who's physically there who can align with me, you know, if my cousin ain't coming and this is the only one that I like at the family reunion, then I'm going to have me some external resources to help me. Right? I might be like, hell, pull up with me to this little family reunion real quick, girl. We ain't going to stay long. Because sometimes they be doing too much. And I might need to use you as an excuse to go. Right? So we're going to go. We're going to pull up because the food be great. But it's a couple cousins that pull up in they messy, girl. And if they get here, I'm out. So, you know, y'all rolling with me. Y'all going to roll with me and get this plate real quick. Right? Sometimes you just got to take someone else to help you, to remind you, to help you stay accountable. Right? Now, I'm not going to subject that person to the mess either. Right? Because I want to protect Kale. Kale said she'd go with me. You know what I'm saying? To a little funky reunion. She said she would come with me. But I got to make sure that don't none of that mess get on her either. So I'm going to protect her. And she already signed up to come to protect me. Right? So we in there. And if shit get crazy, we out of there. Right? Jack and Daniel coming with you. Listen, okay? Whatever it is. And that bottle acts as a tool as well, that, you know, empty or full, you know. Knock them up the head. Allegedly. Don't go catch a case on my account, y'all. All right. So number 3 was stay grounded. Number 4 is educate. Sometimes sharing your journey, your process, and your tools can help the DOPs find peace. Because again, we know that they just want to be down. We know that these DOPs just want to be a part of what you've got going on. So maybe your story can act as an inspiration to others to seek out their own path of peace, right? Let them know you don't have to show up disrupting my peace, right? It's a little peace out here for all of us. You don't gotta come in here messing with my peace. You know what I mean? You can just go out there and get you your own. This is what I did. I started going to therapy. I got me a life coach. I started changing the circle of friends that I hang out with, right? I started doing some shadow work and releasing some toxic energy. I began doing things to kind of free myself, right? So you educate them and you let them know, hey, this is what I did. Because I can recognize what you're doing. I see what you're doing. I've done that before too, right? I've been a DOP a time or two. But now I understand and I can empathize where you're coming from. So now I'm going to just go ahead and tell you this is what I've done. Knowing that my story could be the beacon of light that they need to start their own journey towards peace. Right? So when you openly share your experiences, you then create a ripple effect that can lead others towards changing their own lives, towards helping them to begin to heal and grow through the things that they're going through, instead of them showing up on a regular trying to disrupt what you've got going on. Right? So when we think back to this reunion, this family function, and you got, this aunt who all up in your business, right? It's your mama's sister who then, thinks she know everything about everybody because she just that nosy, and, she want to bring up who you used to be and the things that you used to do, right? She want to point out all your missteps, knowing she ain't accomplished half of what you've accomplished in your life, and she's twice your age, but she know it all, right? So you got to show up and you got to let auntie know, listen, half of the things that you talk about are things that I learned while watching you. Right? All of these mistakes of mine that you wish to bring up, I learned them from watching you. So, hello pot, meet kettle, right? Let me introduce her to her. It is so easy for you to identify my missteps because you've made them too. Right? But what I can't understand is why you judging me when you've done the same thing. In fact, you've done worse, right? So sometimes we've got to educate them. We've got to say, hey, some of us are products of our environment, right? Or, hey, people tell you all the time, oh, well, that's family. You got it. I ain't got it nothing. See, the thing is, I didn't choose this family. It was given to me. It was handed to me. That right there, I gotta accept that. I gotta accept that God gave me this family. I accept that. However, I also accept the fact that there's this thing called free will, and that God gave me the sense to know that I can walk away from whoever and whatever does not serve me. So I see you, but I don't identify with you. Doesn't matter that we have the same last name. I got the same last name as some people that I'm not related to. In fact, as a woman, honey, as soon as I get the opportunity, this last name is changing. Because I'm taking his on. Him, his, my husband. I'm going to go ahead and take his name, right? So I identify as what I want to identify with, and what I don't identify with anymore is that toxic energy from my past that you keep serving me. Whatever it is, I no longer identify with that toxicity. So go ahead and keep that over there. And if you want to continue to bring up my past while we living in the present, I will have no choice but to prevent you from being a part of my future. So the choice is yours. If all you have to do is talk about my past and judge me based on my past decisions in this present here and now, understand that I will not allow you to be in my future. And guess what? You'll still be my auntie. We'll still be cousins. You'll still be my mama. You still my daddy. But I'm giving you a choice to respect me now. Right, DJ? Thank you. Or don't be a part of my future. Thank you for all you've done, right? But I'm going to go ahead and navigate these waters without you going forward. What up, Juju? So again, you got to educate people. And people can only be held accountable for the things that they know. And we can't assume that people know that they are disrupting us. We cannot assume that people know that they are bothering us. Some do, but some of them don't, because they're so used to operating from a toxic space. So part of educating is holding people accountable. And the only way that you can hold a person accountable is if you know that they know what they're doing. And the only way you know that they know what they're doing is if you tell them, this is what you're doing. All right? So don't be afraid to educate people. And then number 5 is self-care, right? Never forget the importance of self-care. The stronger and more resilient you are, the less impact these DOPs have on your peace. So, because I'm so heavy on my self-care, and you guys have heard me say plenty of times that I'm very intentional on who I allow to experience me. Before I set at these functions, I tolerated this energy. I came back completely drained, tired, an emotional wreck, right? And so, once I started building up my self-care and I started respecting myself more, loving myself more, right? I refuse to allow other people to come and drain my energy. I recognized my capacity early on. I knew my worth and I began adding tax to it. And in order to tax my value and my worth, it meant that I could not be for everyone, right? I could not be for the streets. I'm not built to be for everyone. That I'm a limited edition. And that only a certain amount of people would be allowed access to my space. So yeah, I can see you, I can talk to you, I can network with you. But then when you reach out to touch me, it's like, no. You don't have that kind of access. Right? As a married woman, I am not for the streets. Right? So as a married woman, my husband has exclusive access to me, where he comes before anyone else, everyone else, right? Because that's my vow, that's my commitment to him. So when it comes to other men, yes, I can network with people, I can talk to people, but when they cross the line with a certain level of access, I'm like, you are not my husband, right? You do not get that access to me. You do not get to say those things to me. You do not get to joke with me like that. We don't play like that. I don't entertain that. Right? So the same way that I have this certain level of access that I give, it is not just within my marriage. It is with family members. It is with friends. It is with strangers. Right? We're the people who are content creators here on social media. There's a certain level of access we give people. So we go live and we push the button and we share different aspects of our lives. But there are certain aspects of my life that are not for you. Right? And so as you continue to build up your self-care and you can continue to know your worth and grow your worth, right? You become stronger. You become more resilient. You become more intentional about who you allow to experience you mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually, right? And so when the DOPs show up, it is easy for you to recognize. So much so that a DOP can call me on the phone and I'll look at the caller ID and be like, not today. You don't have access to me today. Not right now. Right? A DOP can show up at my door Yeah, so that's the person who called and I didn't answer the call because they were calling to ask me if they could come over, which was nice because they respected that boundary. But then they disrespected the boundary by just showing up. I'm still not. You know what? This time I'm going to answer the door because I think it's time for me to educate them. So I'm going to answer the door. I'm not going to let them in. I'm just going to answer the door. And I'm going to be like, hey. And they'll be like, oh, I called you to see if it was cool for me to come by. And I'm like, yeah, and I didn't answer. Did we speak? And they're like, no, you sent me the voicemail. So you respected the boundary to call to say, can you come over? But you didn't respect the boundary that I didn't say you could come over? Well, next time, wait for my response. I'll see you later. And I'm going to have to go ahead and close the door because now I've educated them. Next time, let me respond. Right? So again, the more we pour into ourselves and the more we prioritize our self-care, the easier it becomes to do these things. The easier it becomes to close the door when necessary, to avoid allowing these DOPs to consume your energy. Right? Reminding ourselves that self-care is not selfish. It is essential. It is something that we need to do. Welcome in, Miss Gloria. Self-care is the foundation upon which peace is built. Whether it's a quiet evening, reading a book, a spa day, or simply just taking a moment of silence. These self-care practices are what replenishes your energy and fortifies your resilience. So again, these steps to, deal with the DOP. Step 1 was set boundaries. Step 2, practice empathy. Step 3, stay grounded. Step 4, educate. Hold them accountable. And step 5 is prioritize your self-care. And again, you guys, as we navigate through life, we are going to encounter various challenges and various disruptors. That is inevitable. But how we react to these disruptions defines our journey. We can choose to let these disruptors shake our foundation, or we can choose to stand firm. We can choose to learn and grow, right? And so in order for us to reinforce this, we have to begin to affirm ourselves. Y'all know I'm very big on affirmations, right? And so as we're building up the resilience to deal with these disruptors, to tolerate these people, and to, do our best not to enable these people, we need to do things to affirm ourselves. And so I have a few affirmations that can serve as daily reminders to help you stay grounded and positive amidst this chaos. Mr. T, welcome in, bro. So our first affirmation is, I am a beacon of peace, radiating calm in every situation. I am a beacon of peace, radiating calm in every situation. This reminds you that your peace is a powerful force that can influence your surroundings positively. Number 2, I set boundaries that protect my well-being and respect my needs. I set boundaries that protect my well-being and respect my needs. This reinforces the importance of self-respect and the necessity of boundaries. Number 3, I approach others with empathy, but prioritize my own peace. I approach others with empathy, but prioritize my own peace. This balances compassion for others with self-care, ensuring that you don't deplete your own resources. I stay grounded and centered even in the face of disruption. I stay grounded and centered even in the face of disruption. This helps you remain steady and composed during turbulent times. Thank you, Miss Gloria. I share my journey and tools of peace with those open to learning. I share my journey and tools of peace with those open to learning. This encourages you to be a source of inspiration and guidance for others. My self-care is a priority, and I nurture my mind, body, and spirit. My self-care is a priority, and I nurture my mind, body, and spirit. This emphasizes the importance of holistic well-being. I recognize that challenges are opportunities for growth. I recognize that challenges are opportunities for growth. This shifts your perspective to see difficulties as chances to become stronger and wiser. I trust in my ability to navigate life's storms with resilience. I trust in my ability to navigate life's storms with resilience. This builds confidence and your capability to handle whatever comes your way. I am worthy of peace, and I cultivate it within myself daily. I am worthy of peace, and I cultivate it within myself daily. This affirms your inherent worthiness of tranquility and joy. And our last affirmation today, I embrace the struggles as lessons that teach me how to swim. I embrace the struggles as the lessons that teach me how to swim. This turns adversity into a valuable learning experience, reminding you of your capacity to overcome. So again, you guys, I remind you that life is full of challenges and disruptors, but it is also filled with opportunities to grow, learn, and teach. Remember, every single wave that tries to drown you is teaching you how to swim. Embrace the struggle. Find strength in the chaos. Never lose sight of your inner peace. With each disruption, you have a chance to reaffirm your commitment to peace and resilience. So stand tall, stay grounded, and let your light shine brightly for all to see. Because we know that there will always be some people ready to disrupt and disturb your peace, but it is simply because they secretly wish to be a part of it. I do want to just take this opportunity to thank each and every one of you for being an active participant and for your commitment to your personal growth. Remember, you are worthy of greatness, and you have the power to create the life that you envision. Your presence and contributions during the live stream are greatly appreciated. Your support directly benefits the Self-Care Club LLC, fostering positive change within this community. Your generosity fuels our mission. And so for anyone who is seeking any additional information, I encourage you to head over to the selfcareclub.org for more details. Again, selfcareclub.org. True Truth says this was very good and spine straightening. Yes. Stand tall. Fix your crown, right? Chantel, welcome in. For those of you who may have come in late or had to multitask during today's stream, I encourage you to head over to YouTube to subscribe to our Room to Breathe channel. You can find us by going to YouTube, searching the @ symbol, and then Life Coach 614. Hit the button to subscribe. Hit the bell to turn on your notifications, and you can watch the live replays. So again, I do thank each and every one of you for being here with us today. I hope to connect with each and every one of you again during our next group coaching session. We meet Monday through Friday at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So again, I'm sorry, Monday through Friday. I think I just said Thursday. Pardon me. Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And so I just look forward to connecting with each and every one of you. We will be back tomorrow with another quote of the day, a topic for us to explore. If anyone has any questions or comments and they wish to reach out privately, feel free to do so. You can click the link in my bio for more information, or the easiest way is to just head over to selfcareclub.org. You can hit the button at the bottom for help, and then we can communicate directly there as well. So I know that some people are a little uncomfortable about engaging in front of the group, but that doesn't mean that you don't have input or feedback to provide. And so I encourage you guys to do that as well, if that makes you more comfortable. Thank you so much, Papa Smurf. I appreciate you. All right. Thank you, guys. I will see you tomorrow.